Infinity Kingdom. This is Magic Mage with server 243, and today I am here to help you learn when you began playing Infinity Kingdom. Now, this is a question I hear a lot of people ask me: how long have I played? And I can normally give them a general gist of when I started playing, when I became an active player, and when looking at my consecutive logins, knowing from when I really started joining a active alliance how long I've played, and that would be 558 days. However, when did I start playing? There's a couple of ways you can do this. So the first thing I need to do is look at the Immortal page, and within our Immortal page, if we go to our portrait gallery, under the water immortals, you'll notice there is Pierre Terrell. Pierre Terrell is the first immortal that we all will summon as part of that initial tutorial. And he will be the first immortal every single player has. You'll notice on this page the date that you had summoned this immortal. That would be the first day you really opened that beginning tutorial. Now, your definition of when did you begin playing may be different than mine, but everyone can look at this and say the first day I began the game, or at least downloaded and looked at the game for the first time, would be this day you summoned Pierre Terrell. And from there, you can then go to your map and scroll out until you see a globe. And when you select that globe, you can then search for the world you began in. So I began in server 214, and this does require you to know the server that you started in. And it requires you, at first, when you do your first initial search, it's going to bring you to the season. You're going to need to probably search it one more time to get you exactly to where you were, unless you are in the same server that you started the game in. So when I go to server 214, I can then find my server located here. This server was active for 569 days. And if I were to pull up a calculator for myself and move to the date calculator, I can then find the difference or add and subtract days. So I'm going to subtract days from today's date. I'm going to subtract 569 days. And it's going to tell me that the server opened on January 11th, 2023. Now, remember when we went to Pierre and looked at that Immortal tab? So when we go back to our portrait gallery, into our water, and look at Pierre, you will notice that my server began on January 11th. I began playing on January 13th. Now, with that, I also know that there was about 2 weeks that I really was in a dead alliance and had no clue what I was doing and rarely logged into the game. So I would add probably 2 weeks onto that time for me for when I began to actively play. But I can also look at when I started playing consecutively, which is the same time I started actively playing, when I joined a live alliance. So we know that it was 569 days for my server. It started January 11th. I actually started playing 558 days ago. So January 22nd, 2023 is the day I began actively playing, and I count as my first day. So the server opened January 11th. I started playing January 22nd. If I want to know the difference between the days, I can then go to the date calculator, look at the difference between my dates, and really get how much it is. We have the difference from January 22nd to August 2nd, 1 year, 6 months, 1 week, and 4 days. So if you're curious on how many days you've played or how long you've been actually in this game since you've downloaded it, this is one very simple way you can determine the dates of when you started playing and how long you've been actively playing. I hope this helps you out and answers any of those small inkling curiosities as you've been playing longer and longer over time. Until next time, please remember to subscribe and like the content, and have a wonderful day.